What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful day. It's the very last day of 2020. Wow, what a wild and crazy year inside and outside of the stock market. I know a lot of people are ready to get this year over with and move on. Let's end 2020 on a green note, guys. Let's make that money. So, all this week, what have we been seeing? We've been seeing a lot of pump and dumps, and scary pump and dumps. For an example, you getting halted for a couple hours a couple days ago, gapping up for no reason at all. And this is the risk of day trading stocks that are gapping up with no news. Gapping up, getting halted for a couple hours, and then gapping down at least 50%. Just destroying portfolios. ACY, another example, running all the way up to almost $40, getting halted, reopening back up at $12. What was another one? RHE? Yeah, look at that. From $1.70, runs all the way up to $16, reopens back up at $8. You guys want to know a key statistic? It's about paying attention to detail, guys. All of these stocks that I just covered were all either on the New York Stock Exchange or the American Stock Exchange. Not a lot of people pay attention to those types of details in the stock market as a day trader. This is why I only try to stick to trading only NASDAQ stocks. We had NETE run yesterday. NETE is on the NASDAQ. And if we look at NETE, it didn't get halted at all yesterday. And it had news. Now this morning, we have another New York Stock Exchange and Amex stock gapping up. AINC with no news. No news on this stock. All I see are a bunch of Form 4s released yesterday. Looks like insider buying's going on. But still, the theme continues. So watch for AINC to possibly have a quick morning pop, and then the SEC will just halt it. What was another stock we had yesterday that did the exact same thing? I think it was INDO. Ran really huge and then it got halted. Yeah. Look at this. Opens up, halt fest all morning. And then people just gave up on it. So I'm not going to be paying attention to AINC. Just because of all of those key statistics that I've just pointed out, I don't care if AINC runs all the way up to $20. I don't care. It's on the NYSE AMEX, and I've been seeing a lot of stocks run up, get halted for a couple hours. I'm not trying to get caught up in that. Always pay attention to what exchange your stock is trading on. So let's see, what else we got here? We got HOTH gapping up, 8.3 million float. It has news for cancer treatment. We got a keyword in the press release. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta write something here in the Discord. All right, BNGO was a big mover yesterday. This had massive volume on the day. Volume was at 805 million. That's insane for a penny stock like this. So you can see we still got a nice move from a $1.60 all the way up to almost $3. And then after it hit 3, it was just game over for the rest of the day. All the way back down to 2, and now we're gapping right back up to the high of 3. We got FGH gapping up. It's on the NASDAQ. No volume really on it. It's approaching 1 million. Nice ramp so far from 5 all the way up to 650. We got a float of 3.3 million. What I want to try to see today in the stock market, maybe since it's the last day of 2020, maybe the stock market will give us something special today. Maybe one more last supernova parabolic mover. 2020 has been a wild and crazy year. Let's go out with a bang. All right, what are you guys watching pre-market? What I normally like to do is let the stock market open up, let the first 15 to 20 minutes roll by, and then let me get a feel for the stock market. How are things moving? What's popping up? What's continuing to hang around? What's setting up? And go from there. Trading the open, I did it for the first couple years when I first started trading. Literally, right when that bell would ring and the market would open, I was always buying. And it's just so random, guys. It just let the stock determine which way it wants to go. There's no point in it's a guessing game pretty much. Nobody knows if that stock's going to go or if it's going to fall off. So don't fight the stock. If the stock picks a direction, more than likely it's going to continue in that direction. Let's see what Bitcoin's price is at. Market just opened up. So Bitcoin just hit a new high at 29,000. I said I think Bitcoin will probably reach a high of 30K. It'll top out at 30K and then it'll probably crash all the way back down to 15,000. 20,000. That's what I think's going to happen. See, look at that. AINC is popping off. I'm not even interested in that stock. I'm not even gonna touch it. And we got HOTH popping off also. Real quick, pop up over 3 and slams down. Well, we'll see what sets up, guys. Today's a half day, so don't forget that. Markets closed today at 1 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. Markets are open all day today? I don't think so. Let's find out real quick. Either or, if the stock market's open all day, I won't stick around for the whole day. If you guys know me in chat, majority of the time I'm done for the day by 11:30 noon. I don't want to be sitting around at my desk all day. That's just... The longer you're in the markets, guys, the more you put yourself at risk. All right, so it looks like the fixed income markets are closing early and the bond markets. Well, that's cool. The markets are open all day. Be careful with AINC, guys. I know it's a hot stock, but remember everything that I've shown you this morning with all of those AMEX NYSE stocks. Stay far away from them. ACYs was a big mover the other day. Pulled back the last 2 days. Let me see. ACY will pop up to 780s. It can get a good run up to $10 potentially. It's due for a bounce. I'm not in on it or anything though. I could see it running up to $9 at least. ACY. Let it get a pullback and build something up potentially. WBAI. Again, this is another one, guys. WBAI up on no news. And it's on the New York Stock Exchange. Be cautious. Givo could have a good run. I like Givo. If $4 can hold on Givo, I could see this moving up to 450. I'm going to throw Givo up on my charts. ACY still pushing up. Look at that volume push up with it. I'd like to see a slam down on it. I don't want to chase it up this high. Volume's only at 92,000 on the day. WNW's due for a bounce also. Givo. Good bounce off that VWAP. See, look at that. Pushes right up over $8. ACY. Volume's still maxing out on it. As this continues to push up and more volume slowly starts to trickle in, I want to see a big pullback on ACY. SGBX ramping up, no news. See, there's that big flush pullback on ACY. Volume's at 183,000 now. When we last looked at it, it was at 90,000. So volume is slowly starting to trickle in on this stock. Keep it on watch. I'm not in on anything, guys. I'm still just looking around. Just like I said on Jivo, good push so far right up to that 450s area. BT also has been a good play the past couple days. Nice run from $6 all the way up to $17. Today it's looking for that continuation. See how ACY moved all the way up to that blue line right there on the 10-minute? Now it's going to pull back and potentially gear up for that push up over that $8, back over 8. That's when you could really see this explode and take off. It's a nano float stock. It's pulled back past couple days. Supernova parabolic mover up to $40. You'll see shorts cover their positions if ACY keeps pushing up. $250,000 in volume now on ACY. AINC falling off. Jivo still looking pretty good. Telling you guys, this ACY, it could explode really big. At least back up to $10. $9, $10. Pushes up to 850s, 860s, 870s. Look at that, guys. Just like that, 870s. Now as it's pushing up, more volume's going to push into it. And it's already at 320K in volume now. See how volume gradually kept pushing into this, and now it's halted. Pushed up on everybody's stock scanners. It's not hitting my momentum scanner yet because my momentum scanner only picking up stocks with $1 million in volume or more. So we'll see where ACY opens up and go from there. And ACY is on the AMEX. Don't forget about that, guys. It's due for a bounce, though. So when we started watching ACY, it was at 90K in volume. And then as it kept pushing up, more and more people got into it. And look at that big volume spike right there. 80K in volume. So we watched it approach and go over 100K. Then it pushed up to 200K. Then up over 300K. The more you recognize these stocks earlier, the better. That's when you can really get paid, and you could tell yourself, I'm early, I'm super early in on this stock. So you'll feel more comfortable holding onto the stock if you see volume confirming that it's pushing in. And then Gevo still pushing its way up. Good move on Gevo. It's going to run up here to this 440s. It's got a little gap to fill there at 450. I see Gevo potentially topping out at 450. And then real quickly, guys, BTBT's wedging out right here. It's a nice little surge on BTBT possibly. Keep trying to look around to see if I see anything worth keeping my eyes on. So now that BTBT failed at that wedge, look for it to pull back down and hold at this 1525 area and possibly move its way back on up. Let's see here. ACY got halted at 946.02. So it should open back up at 951.05. I like BTBT, guys. I'd keep eyes on BTBT also. I'm not in on BTBT. I could see it getting a good push though, guys. It'll push up to over 16, 1650, 17. Man, ACI, it's got a lot of room to run. I could see it hitting $10 and running up to 12, 14 bucks. If things get out of hand, it's a nano float stock. See, and then look at BTBT. Surges up. 15.25 all the way up to 16.25. Nice $1 push. Someone said NATE. NATE's done for. That's a nasty little sell-off right there. It could get a pop back up to 15, but right now it's got bad juju on it. We got Futu. CGA keeps popping up on my scanners. What a good push on BTBT. I wish I jumped in on that. Still waiting for ACY to reopen from the halt. Looks like it's a 10-minute halt. CGA, good ramp right off that $3. All the way up to almost $4. That's a good $1 rip, guys. Pick up 2,500, 3,000 shares of that, rips up $1. That's $3 in your pocket in a couple minutes. Dang, look at ACY reopen and still running. Wow. See what happens when you're early to those plays? Pushes up over 10, now running up to 1060s, 11. And it's going to run into another halt probably. Yep. Look at that. Awesome. If you jumped in on ACY when we were talking about it, you're getting paid right now. That's what I like to see right there. Volume's just pumping into it now. When it got halted, guys, the volume was at 300K. Now volume's at 600K. So volume's pumping into it. We'll see what happens with it. I jumped in at that break of $8 and I'm still holding it. I just bought 2,500 shares of it. I'm already up $6.3 thousand. This is where you make your big money, guys, on these parabolic stocks that just have huge moves. See, and then look at Jivo. Pushes up, hits 450, game over. All the way back down. It did its job. It filled that gap right there. But don't get me wrong, it could still potentially push up. Today's a good bounce day. 450 is going to be resistance. And then after that, 475. Looks like every 25 cents going to be resistance on it. Someone said BNGO. What about BNGO? Let's check it out. Oh, you're probably thinking, what's it going to do right here when it was retracing down it from this $3 area? It's just got so much volume, even from yesterday. Remember yesterday, it had how much in volume? Almost 1 billion in volume. 805 million shares traded yesterday. So think of all of the personalities that are in on that stock. All the personalities, different strategies, different beliefs. You got people trading Fibonacci, swing trading, trading off the hourly chart, the 30-minute chart. So much mixed personalities. When a stock's overcrowded like that, and majority people are bullish, what's that statistic? 90% of people fail in the stock market. So you got to kind of think opposite of what majority of the crowd's thinking. Oh, look at that. RHE got a shot up also from 3 up to 350s. This one went parabolic the other day also. From $1.50 all the way up to $16. It'll probably get a good run up to $4 or $5. But RHG's got super light volume, I think, right now. Volume on the day is only at 250,000. So ACY, what's it going to be? A 1 minute halt? Oh, they just reopened it. See what happens here with ACY. Still pushing. I locked in my position on ACY. Probably run into another halt here on the downside. Yep. Halted down now at 10 bucks. Same thing. I was looking for ACY to do what it did here. Open up, come down. Where it got halted right there, hold as support. Rip back up. But when it came down, this area here at 1060 failed to hold. It did pop back up to 1150, but then it just quickly slammed right back down. So I sold it. Real quick, just made $6.3 thousand, guys, to start the day. Let's try to make $10,000 today. So I got $4,000 more to go. This is a real account. This isn't simulated. Good start to the day right there. Most people have to work over a month and a half to make that. That's the possibilities the stock market can give you. You just got to study, put that work in, that grind. And I just released a couple videos last week on these types of plays. When stocks go parabolic like that, and they pull back for 3-4 days after, everybody forgets about them. Everybody forgets about them. Shorts all pile in on them. And then on its first green day, after it's pulled back for 3 days, it's the rubber band effect. Stock runs up and then pulls back, builds up that tension, starts to level out, and then blast off. Man, CGA is really pushing now. Nasty, but a good push. Right off that $3, ramps up to almost 4, pulls down to that VWAP at 350, ramps all the way back up. Now it's halted at 420s. It's a China stock. Someone asked, what's my best method for finding new stocks that have potential? It's just basic percentage gainers. To be honest, that's all it is. Nothing special, nothing crazy, no crazy algorithmic strategy. It's just basic percentage gainers. That's all pretty much momentum, what momentum scanners are also. How much is a stock moving up percentage-wise with volume? Keep it simple. KISS. Keep it stupid simple. No need to overcomplicate things. And just keep track. of the big percentage gainers. Like ACY. 3 days ago, this was the biggest percentage gainer, running all the way up to almost $40. And then people forget about it, and it pulled back the next 2 days. And then on the third day, gets a nice bounce. All from just tracking basic percentage gainers. Pretty much probably the same story with NETE. Yesterday, it was a big percentage gainer. Now look at it. It's pulling back and failing. People will forget about it because stocks like CGA pop up, BTBT, and then a couple days go by. NETE slowly decays back down to, let's say, $12, and then it bounces back up to 15, just for an example. But BTBT, good push. What an awesome move. Look at all that extreme volume on this now. Right there. Every candle's averaging 500,000 in volume. There's a demand for the stock. Volume, 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 volume is king in the stock market, guys. Volume. ACY just opened back up. All the way back down. That was it. That was the bounce on it. Nothing more. We're day traders, guys. Don't forget that. We don't emotionally marry these stocks. We trade them. That's it. We use and abuse these stocks. I'm not here to invest and tie up my money for long periods of time. I'm looking to flip my money. CGA still pushing. Trying to push up to over $5. Let's see here. It's got room to push up at least to $6, I can see. Yeah, I like CGA pushing up to $6. Let it pull back down. See if this $4, maybe even $3.50 area holds as support. Let it reset back up. PLTR, this was a disappointment. That daily chart on PLTR was setting up like it was going to squeeze. Right here. On the daily chart. But it failed right below that $30. And all the way back down it goes now. So 30 failed. It's been selling off now for 1, 2. On the third day, it got a little bounce, but couldn't hold it. Gap down. So that selling pressure is pretty extreme on it right now. So let it do its thing, sell off, and it could be a good swing. Looks like it's trying to bottom here at $24 for maybe a day trade. I'll keep it on watch. RHE just opened back up. Got halted at 350. They reopen it at 380. Slams down. See what I'm saying right there? When you're in on these halts, if it gets halted and you're in on it, and if they gap it up and reopen it, expect that slam down and pullback back down to where it got halted at. You see how that held as support? And then it quickly ripped all the way back up. That's what you'd want to be looking for. So then you'd be holding it into the next halt. Or sell into that big surge back up. Whatever fits your needs. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But that's what I was looking for on ACY. When I got in on it, and it got halted, and it reopened back up right here. See how it slammed down? That old area it got halted at right there, held as support, and it pushed right back up and got halted again. And then when it reopened, it didn't get a really big gap up, and then it slammed down right back to the area it got halted at, right over here. And now that's going to act as resistance. There's all different types of strategies in the stock market. It's just all about tracking whatever you feel comfortable with. I see you guys keep talking about BNGO. It's fading off right now. It's getting a nice retracement on it. It could get a nice pop back up to $3. It might bounce at 250. I mean, volume's been consistent with it. But in all honesty, look at how much it's up, guys. Look at that daily chart. This was at 50 cents not too long ago. On the 23rd, the 24th, it was at 50 cents. Now it hit 350. Gee, what is that? $1, $1.52, $2.53. It's like a 700% winner right there. Look at the big picture. And then look at how many green days it just had too. It just had 1, 2, 3 straight green days. And now on the 4th day, it's going red. Everybody's taking their profits. It's New Year's Eve. People want to probably cover their position going into the new year. They want to take that money and enjoy New Year's Eve. Go buy a few bottles of champagne or something. I don't know. You heard? Wow. CGA slam down. Man, I didn't expect ACY to come back like that. Gotta have balls of steel to trade stocks like this, guys. Imagine freaking out. You're in 1150 and it goes all the way down to 850. That's a $3 drop. And then it comes all the way back up. And imagine the emotional effect. You cut it for a loss and it comes back, breaks to a new high and runs up to, let's say, $30. That's going to trigger an emotional sense or whatever in your brain. You know, cuz you're going to be like, "Dang it, I cut it for a loss." And the thing runs up $30 on me. Jivo hanging around. Looks like it's wedging out. It could potentially squeeze up to 475, $5. Most definitely. Draw a wedge on it. Look at those bottom wicks. There's a buyer propping up the stock. So we got a wedge forming on this. Connect the dots. Like that. The stock's going to continue to wedge out. You'd be putting your stop down below 425. Why 425? I like to trade off psychological numbers. I'm not going to randomly put a stop at 430 for it to come down, take me out, bounce off 425, and then continue pushing up to the moon. If you trade off of psychological numbers, every 25 cent, every 50 cent, every psychological $1, you're going to find your trading is going to be a lot more, it's going to just make things easier. Because then you could base your risk versus reward off of that. Like if I buy in and I put my stop down at 425, right now I'm risking 10 cents for a potential reward of 45, 50 cent. I mean, that's a 1 for 5 risk versus reward. That's a great trade. Jivo could get a good push though. I like Jivo. Let me pull up the chart on or my thing on Jivo here. Volume on the day is at 11.4 million. I want to say it gets one more pullback before it goes. Don't forget about PLTR. Remember when I said it looked like it was trying to bottom out there at 24 bucks? From 24, it pushes all the way up to 24.30s. Getting that pullback. I'd look for it to hold up and then potentially push up to 24.50, near 25 bucks. I'm not going to chase after Jivo. Even that 10-minute looks good. If it gets one more little pullback here before it takes off, I'll enter in on it. but I'm not going to chase it up right here. PLTR, I still think that's a good risk versus reward. Right now, currently, you'd be risking 10, 20 cents to make potentially 75 cents a dollar. Jivo's testing that 450s. Want to keep an eye on PLTR for a moment. That float is massive at 969 million. PLTR, and then BTBT also. Slap a trend line on that bad boy. I gotta get a new mouse. Keeps wigging out on me. I think PLTR has it in it to push back up to 2450s. I'm not in on it or anything. Let's check out our BNGO. Look at that. Bounces right off that $2.50. Up to 275, 280s. Yeah, I'd look for that 250s, 225 to hold as support. Wow, Jivo. What are you doing? Nice U shape on it. There she goes. Now she's starting to lift and take off. A lot of people would freak out, and once it starts breaking up and pushing up, as soon as they see a red candle, they sell it. Let the stock run. Let the stock work for you. It takes a lot of time and screen time to get that under your belt to be comfortable holding on to winners and letting them work for you. Looks like you guys in chat are trading BTBT. Very well. Very good. That's a good move here. It could push up to $20 today. From 14 all the way up to $18, guys. I mean, come on. That's a $4.50 push this morning. Buy a couple hundred shares of a stock like this. I mean, put a couple $100 in your pocket. That's why I like focusing on these stocks that like to move dollars at a time. I think it's gearing up for that push up over high of day. If 18 fails, it's going to come all the way back down to 1750. Volume on the day's at 20 million. Float is at 32 million. I think it's gearing up for a push up to that $20. Stocks like this, you got to give them room to move if they're moving dollars like this. Look at that. Nice surge and push right back up to 1850s. Nice 50-cent pop right there. Good job, guys, keeping an eye on BTBT in chat. Want to say it's wedging out. Like that. Here's the 1860s. It's going to continue to wedge out, I think. You know, yesterday I was watching Dekmar trade live on YouTube. I learned a lot from Dekmar. But man, that guy, he was everywhere. Such high energy. Like, you gotta give yourself time to think. He was watching NETE yesterday and just shorting at the wrong time. He was able to pull out green though out of the market. I'll give him that. You know, and he consistently does it on a daily basis. I like Dekmar though, guys. He's got really good energy. There's that push on BTBT up over 19. That's a good push, guys. $1 nice push on BTBT. Good job in the Discord chat, guys. Dub, you were all over it. Real quickly, guys. Added another $1,600 onto the day. Trading BTBT. Got in on that pullback. Sold into that surge up over 19. We're up on the day now almost $8,000. $2,000 away from a $10,000 day. 2 for 2. Watch for this pullback here on BTBT to hold at this area for that push up even higher, but getting it at these levels, it's real risky. because it could slam back down to $18. And then Givo, it's just hanging out at this 450s. I don't know if it's stalling out or if it's accumulating for that push up even higher. It is a higher float stock at 114 million. I'd just be cautious. The overall sentiment, though, is bullish. All right, guys, we're $2,000 away from a $10,000 day. Let's get it. HOTH having a nice rebound here. Not really interested in it, though. Eek. Look at that on AINC, guys. Down here at 830s, ramps all the way up to 1150s. I mean, just look at those candles. From 1140 to 975. That's an almost $2 range on 1-minute candles. That's insane price action. That's very risky. That's how you blow your accounts up. PLTR still hanging around. I keep coming back to that stock. I think it is gearing up for that good pop up to 24.50. Put your stop down below 24 bucks. You're risking 10 cent to make 40 cent. Just be cautious on BTBT. It's pushing up to new high on day on light volume. Consider that a warning. I think your name's Javier. If you're interested in the Discord link, look in the video description of this video or go to my YouTube channel and go to the About section, and I have all kinds of links right there. So just go to my YouTube channel, go to the About section, scroll down a little bit. I got my Discord chat room right there. I also have my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the merch stores. And also, one more thing, guys. you're interested in the day trading masterclass going into 2021, start the new year out right. Join the team. If you want to join the Discord chat room, I have it open for free, but if you want access to the Monday through Friday chat to chat with all of us members, I have that option available as well. Jivo is starting to get that good push now after that accumulation. Nice ramp up to 475. So that's what it was doing right there. It finally broke through that level at 450, and then it was just accumulating right there, back and forth, before its next move. It's approaching 11 o'clock. I still want to keep an eye on this PLTR. Only took 2 trades today so far, guys. We're up $8,000. We're $2,000 away from $10,000. Let's see if we can get it. That's ending the year out with a bang. No wonder my my headphones weren't working. I unplugged it. MYOV, good bounce day. From 2750 all the way up to 2950s. Look for Jivo to pull back down to this area and hold for that continuation. Still looking and scanning around. I'm tempted to take a trade here on PLTR. PLTR. What do you guys think? You guys think PLTR is going to slam down below 24? Or is it going to push up to 2450? Leave a comment. What do you guys think? I still think the risk versus reward is pretty good on it. I'm not in on it. Here on the 3-minute, you could draw a pretty good wedge on it. Yeah, I really need to get a new mouse. It's like that trigger point is that VWAP at 2420. Right there. Volume is retracing on it. I don't want to get in on it though and get a death candle. Slam down on it. I want to wait and see what happens. Part of me's like, just go with your gut and go with it. BNGO, be careful, guys. I think it's done for. If you're hoping and praying that BNGO comes back up, I'd be cautious. Have a plan and stick with it. Junsul says slammer. What's that supposed to mean? You think PLTR is going to slam down? You think it's done for? We'll see. ACY is trying to get that push up over VWAP. I'm not going to chase after this. And Givo still surging up and pushing now up to $5. That would have been a beautiful trade today, guys. If you held on to it all day. Nice $1 push out from the open. Nice grind up channel this morning. Pulls back. Wedges out. Right here at the VWAP. Continue pushes up. Consolidation. Continues pushing up. What I don't like though, you see all this volume right here in the morning. Now look at how spotty this volume all is. There could be somebody unloading into every pop on this. PLTR still holding up. If I'd want to reach my 2,000 to make 10,000, I'd have to buy 5,000 shares of PLTR. I want to keep close eyes on PLTR. I mean, the risk versus reward, I think it's still really, really good, guys. I mean, you're risking pennies to make 10 or 50 cent at least. Look at that 10-minute, how volume's just retracing on it. All right here. Let me see if I can get a little pullback here. And I'll start getting in on PLTR. I'm not in on it yet or anything. Still watching it. Wow, BNGO, what a comeback. Look at that. Just relentless. 1 minute candles, just green, 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 green. There's still fight left in it. So I had one person say, I think, slammer on PLTR. And then I had another person say they think it's going to pop off. So you guys give me a 50-50. Still, at the end of the day, it's a good risk versus reward. After it gets going, then the question is, how long will it take for it to get up to that 24.50? I'm not in yet on PLTR. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for that. I want to say confirmation. If it starts pushing up over that 24.10, then I'm gonna start getting in. It's getting pretty tight though. The move is about to happen. That would suck if it started surging up to 24.20. I would not want to chase after a stock that just surged up 20 cents. Someone just sold 65,000 shares. You're watching the tape. So I'm watching the tape. When you guys see me quiet, I'm just watching the tape. Someone sold 65,000 shares right there. Someone bought 20K. So I just like watching the volume, the tape, and price action to see what's going on with the stock. And you see, also, I'm not jumping in on this hoping that it pushes up. I'm waiting for that confirmation, that momentum. If I feel the stock has that momentum and is pushing, and I got volume in the tape confirming it, I'll go after it. My gut still says PLTR pushes up to 24.50 though. I'm thinking they may do a little game where they'll shake out everybody who got in all right here. Like they'll slam it down to 23.90, 23.85, 23.80, and then rip it back up. I could be wrong though. We'll see what happens. PFIN, the next pump and dump. Nano float stock at 1.5 million. Just keeps pushing up and getting halted from 5 all the way up to 825. And this is day trading, guys. Boring. Trading is boring. That's what you want it to be. WBAI. It's on the NYSE. I don't see any news for it. PLTR still fighting, guys. Alright, I'm loading up on it right now as it's pushing up over this 2410s. I bought 3,000 shares of it, and I'm gonna look to add to my position. Get this nice little pullback right here. Gear up. And surge up over that VWAP. And we'll all get paid. So I have 3,000 shares. I'll look to add another 3,000 shares. So a total of 6,000 shares. Wow. ACY pushing up. Yeah. That's a good push on ACY. Alright, I just bought my other 3,000 shares, so I have 6,000 shares now of PLTR. Let's get that surge up over VWAP. Get a nice surge up to 2430, 2440s, 50s. Up to that red line right here. I'll put my risk to if it drops down below 23.95. I want to give it a little room to move, guys. I'm not going to put it right at $24 because, you know, they can slam it down to 24, take me out, and then rip it right back up on me. I don't want that to happen. Let's get that build up right here. And then watch it potentially surge up over that VWAP. That 10-minute chart's looking good. And I'm probably underestimating it with that push up to 2450s. It could push all the way up to 2470, 75 maybe. Up to that right here. But I'm just going to play it safe. ACY, this pushed all the way up from 10 up to 12 and into an halt. Look at all that volume come into it. Right there. Alright, let's go back to PLTR real quick. See how they did that right there? This still could fail. But you see how they wicked it down to 2402? They wicked it down and then surged it right back up. That's what they do. They take people's stops out like that. And then they rip it back up to trigger that emotional trigger in your brain. And then you chase after it. And then the market maker's getting paid twice. He got you by, you bought in. He got you from slamming it down and taking you out. And then he got you by re-entering back into it. And then if it works or doesn't work, he got you again. So 4 times he got you. If you're buying 10,000 shares or 1,000 shares and the market maker's getting paid per transaction or per share, he's getting paid. Volume's still sloping down on this, so it hasn't made its move yet. See how volume continuously is just going down? Wow. ACYRHE and it looks like CGA are all starting to come back to life. And then real quickly, guys, on Jivo, I warned you guys the top was near when it was pushing up to new highs on the day on light volume. Now it's all the way back down to 460s. Not giving up on you, PLTR. I'll let you guys know if I get stopped out. But I have my stop in. I'm just going to let it roll. RHE, that's crazy. Look at that. From 4, rips up to 4, slams all the way down to 360. 40 cents. I mean, on that 10-minute, though, that 10-minute looks good. Look at that. Pokes up through, pushes up, and then curls down to that blue line. Holds it right back up. I have a feeling that PLTR is going to take my stop out. I just have that feeling. Let's check in on BNGO real quick. Wow. Good comeback. I underestimated BNGO. Most definitely. I thought it was done for when it was down here at this 260s. Back to PLTR. I didn't get stopped out yet. I'll let you guys know if I do. Looks like it's starting to fail though. You see that volume was sloping down like it was, and now that volume's picking up. Sellers are trying to take control right now and push it lower. It's a battle right now as we speak between the bears and the bulls. Come on, PLTR. You got beat up enough. Look at that. From $30 all the way down to 24 bucks. And look what it did right here, too. You zoom out and zoom in on this. Where's that day at? I just had it. Right here. Looks more interesting. It just looks like they wanted to, like the support all right there. They brought it down, and then they brought it right back up. ACY still ripping. Look at all those red candles on PLTR. 6 straight red candles right here at 24 bucks. Looking at the tape, someone sold 21,000 shares, 10,000 shares. I didn't get stopped out yet. I might get stopped out right here. Yep. Getting stopped out right now. I just got stopped out. And then watch it rip all the way back up to $24.50. I lost $1,100 on that one. Right here. Just got stopped out. I should have probably put it at a little bit lower at the break of low a day. Because the low of days at 23.87. I had my stop at 23.90. What's 3 more cents? But yeah, watch this probably shoot back up. I'm not even going to chase after it. I'm still up 6.7K on the day. See how they play games on you? ACY, that's a really good bounce on that. Wow. IPDN, it's curving around. I'm not interested in it though. That stock got beat down like a redheaded stepchild. Look at that. From 550, just gets destroyed all the way down to $2. Brian Galley said, please quickly explain risk versus reward analysis here on PLTR while waiting. If you were here throughout the day, we've covered it probably 10, 15 times on PLTR. It was there. Risking 10 cents to make at least 50 cents, I'll take that all day. I really wanted to push over 10K for the day for you guys. I don't think it will happen for today. I think I'm going to take my loss on PLTR and take my profit for the day, potentially. Even if PLTR comes back and pushes up, I'm not even going to chase after it. I took my stab at it. I'm done. Still, though, for New Year's Eve, guys, still a pretty good day, though. We're up $6,700 on the day. Took a loss on PLTR for $1,100. Traded ACY, made $6,300. And we traded BTBT, made $1,600 on that. May have another setup here on BTBT. I think it might fail, though. I want to trade ACY again, but it's on that NYSE American Stock Exchange. It's a risky play. That theme that we talked about at the beginning of the video, at the beginning pre-market here, all these New York Stock Exchange Amex stocks that get halted, and then they get halted for a couple hours, and then they reopen at a 50% discount. It's just very risky. It's not even worth it. They'll halt it. They'll be like, it's running on no news. The New York Stock Exchange and the American Stock Exchange, they have different policies than the NASDAQ. Good push on BTBT there, off that 18 bucks. Let me see here. That pop over on BTBT, I'd look for it to hold right here for that push back up over 19. Even RHE. It could shoot up back over $4, but it's a risky play. BT flirting with that 19 bucks. That $20 psychological level. I could see that being a good area for it to push up to. Trying to find my mouse. ACY, it's wedging out right there. It's really, really risky. It could slam down $2, but it could explode up. Gee, BT, testing that high of day. Right there. I think it pushes up to 20. It's not gonna probably push up yet. Oh, there it is. That's a good run on BT, guys. So real quickly, real quick, guys, made back my loss on PLTR. Bought 3,000 shares of BT at 1881. Sold at 1950. Brought me right back up to $8.6 thousand on the day. So we're $1,500 away from 10,000 on the day. I think we can get it, guys. Let's try to get it. Man, ACY still hanging around. It's a risky play. slam back down to $13 or $13.50. Look at volume retracing on it as it's lingering around up here at the highs. I'm not in on ACY. Wow, nice surge up to 15. It's like ELSC's popping off. Random pump and dumps popping up. Let's check back in on our BNGO real quick. I want to see this one. Yeah, that's a nasty flush out from that 3 down to 270s. I mean, I wouldn't give up on it. It's proof that it's got life back into it. I mean, it's still on the front side of its move. Even though it did have a failed breakout this morning, shorts could get trapped. Shorts think it's the backside of the move with that failed morning spike, and it fell below VWAP. Shorts all come in, they pile in, stock comes back up and gets over VWAP, and it's testing that $3. I mean, it's a bigger float stock too at 153 million. Volume on the day's at 263 million. So I wouldn't give up on BNGO that easily. Down below 250, it's over with. But it could get a nice epic squeeze on it. Catch the shorts with their pants down. ACY halted on the downside. Yeah, it's a nasty death candle. But it's perfectly logic to this is a perfect example on why I use mental price levels. You see that $3 is resistance. Now it's holding up above that VWAP, yeah. But you got to think of everybody and their mother is putting their stops all below $3. Everybody's putting their stops in down here. Everybody. Their grandmother, their grandfather, the grandkids. They're all putting their stop losses down here. Looking for that push up higher. Market maker sees there's 10 million shares of people with their stop losses all right there. I get paid per transaction. Heck yeah, I'm going to slam that price down and take everybody out and get a nice little bankroll in my pocket. That's why you see those death candles like that. I still think BNGO is bullish. It's not just gonna come back out of nowhere. It looked dead right there. This stock came all the way back up. It's not just gonna do that for no reason. There's still interest in the stock. Until it falls down below that 250 down here, it's still in play. I think it comes back up to that 3 and breaks over 3 and runs up. Gets a good squeeze. Jibo's still hanging around also. What did our PLTR do? Still hanging out, but it went all the way down to 2370s. Just hanging out at 24. Draw a line here. Plot out all the high volume spikes. What's Bitcoin's still hanging around. ACY's halted on the downside. That's a big spike. Let me run through trade ideas here and see what there's anything that catches my eye. XL, that's a big sell-off. Trying to get a bounce on it. Hmm. This ACY is crazy, guys. NETE. Not interested on NETE. Want to see what happens with ACY. I think it falls down through 13 and it bounces at 1150. This area right here. That's where I think it bounces. Keep tabs on BNGO, guys. I'm serious. It could be an epic short squeeze in the making right now. Like I said, put that you'd have to. You'd have to put that stop down at the new low of day on BNGO. You have to give the stock room to move. It's fighting. ACY 13 million in volume on the day. It could pop right here, but then it could also slam down. It's a risky play. Like I said, I think it slams down to 1150s. I'm not in on ACY or anything. I'm just watching it. What did you guys trade today? Givo, BTBT, ACY, BNGO. Wasn't really many stocks in play today, really. Draw a trend line on this ACY right here. People are not giving up on the stock. BNGO still fighting. Is BNGO going to be the one that goes out in 2020 with the epic move? What do you guys think? I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think? Is it going to be BNGO that's going to have the epic run to end 2020? Is it going to be ACY? Is it going to be BTBT? I don't know what's going on with ACY. I feel like they're holding it back. Pop up to 1350. Trap. Nice little grind push up there on ACY. Even BTBT still hanging around. BTBT's been good to me today. Slap a trend line. On her right there. Support at 18. And it's also got support here at 18.25. It's holding that area it broke out from right there. Nice retracement. Down right here. Wait for it to snap up back over that trend line to retest back up to 1950s. I think there's something in BTBT. I'll pick up 3,000 shares of BTBT for a nice pop, potentially back up over 19. So far, so good. Let's get that push up over 19. trying to get that push up to 19. Looks like it's starting to stall out a little bit. $18.80s, $18.87. Come on, baby. Let's get that surge up over 19. $18.90s. I'm just waiting and anticipating that snap up over 19. I'll lock it in. Good thing I did real quick. Gee. $3,000 at 1861, 1873, and 1866. Not much. Not much at all. Can't seem to get up to that 10,000. We're almost at $9,000 on the day. So we're $1,000 away from a $10,000 day. I still think we can get it. All we need is $1,000. Come on. BNGO still lingering around. Let me see here. Look at that big volume spike right there. It's a 5-minute chart. One 5-minute candle had 39 million in volume, then 20 million in volume. I really think BNGO surprises a lot of people. It surprised me. Someone said NIO. What about it? It's a bit higher priced. It's going to take up a lot of buying power if you want to trade that. And I don't know how to trade options. Don't really feel like putting up $300,000 of buying power just to make a couple $1,000. We're $1,000 away. I know I can make that $1,000 and push us up to $10,000 on the day. I'm searching around trying to find that stock. I want to say it's BNGO. Right now, the risk versus reward on it is still good. ACY, it's starting to fade off. EBON, float 1.5 million. That 250-day moving average is at 622. From right now, it's trying to push up off that 6 to push to new highs, up over 650. Volume on the day, 23 million on EBON. We got a nice U shape here on EBON. It's got that gap to fill at $7. Volume is starting to pick up on it. Bitcoin's still moving up, ain't it? I don't want to chase EBON up at 620 though. I'd want it to come back down to $6. I'm going to throw it on my other charts and we're going to keep an eye on it. RHE, it's still hanging around. Could shoot up over $4. But it's a risky play. You're just tuning in. We're up 8,000 $987 on the day. We're looking to push $10,000 on the day. We traded PLTR for $1,100 loss, $1,200 loss. BTBT made almost 4,000, and ACY 6.3 thousand. Looking for that one last trade to make $1,000. End the year making $10,000 live streaming with you guys. Let's get it. There's that push on RHE. It's a light volume play. Even BNGO's hanging around, guys. I think something crazy might happen with this. $280 million in volume on the day on BNGO. EBON, that was my pullback down near 6. Wow, someone just bought 82,000 shares. I could see BNGO pushing up to 650, 675, even $7. I'll take a stab at EBON. Let's see if we can cross over 10K. Get that push up over 650. Super low floats. Or, no, that float ain't low. It's at 75 million. Where did I see 1.5 million? Battling with that 630s right now. It's got volume on the day. 23, almost 24 million in volume. You give it time, let it do its thing, and see what she can do. All we need is $1,000. Let's get it. I like the way RHE's setting up. I keep glancing over at it. Bounced right off that VWAP at 380s. It's flirting with $4. It's a very fast mover. Still holding EBON. Looking for that push up over 650s. I'd want this area to hold up right here for it to snap back up. ACY just will not die. All the way back up to $13. Come on, Ebon, push. Push. Really flirting with that 630s, huh? It's trying to push up. I'm up $400 right now. $600 away. Come on. Let's go. Don't fail on me now. Here's 640s. 645, 46, 47, 49, 50, 650, 652. Ha. I sold half of my position on that push up over 650. Let's get that push, right? Push another push back over 650. I'm so close. I feel like a lot of people are dumping at that 650. I'm still holding half my position. Want to see if we can gear up right here and push up even higher. So far, I want this 640s right here to hold. Let's get that push up to 675. Let's get it. Come on, EBON. Get that surge. 655, 56, 57, 58, 59. And I'm out. Let's go. Right off from 620s all the way up to 660s. Nice 40-cent rip on that. There's my $1,000, guys. Put me up over $10,000 profit on the day. Let's go. Happy New Year. That's what we do here at Trading Learning 101, guys. We make money. $10,000. Told you guys I was going to try to get that for us today. Good push. Way to be patient and let the play work out. Awesome move. Going into 2020, guys, if you're interested, sign up for the Day Trading Masterclass. All the perks included with the Day Trading Masterclass, once a month live stream class on the Day Trading Masterclass. We do twice a month private study group sessions with members only every Friday, every other Friday, I will say. You get member-only videos, and you get full access to the Discord. Or if you don't want the day trading masterclass and you just want to be a part of the Discord chat room for 20 bucks a month, get to see what all the members are talking about and what stocks they're trading, learn with them, see what stocks I'm trading and looking at every day. For paydays like this on EBON, PLTR, BTBT. Who can live stream and make $10,000 in a day? Come on. That's how we end out 2020 going into 2021. Can I get a heck yeah? Let's go. Hey, Jensel, you ask if there's a delay on the YouTube feed? Go to the Discord. It's all real time. On YouTube, it's a 1 minute delay. Down here, trading live stream, I have all the members, they have real time. It's just too much on the computer to go real time on YouTube. I think on that note, guys, we're about done. I made my money for the day. Closing out 2020, making $10,000. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And yeah, if you become a member with the live streams, it's all real time on the Discord. Down here in the trading live stream. I'm streaming right now. Got a few of the members all watching live. Trading live with me. But on YouTube, it's a delay. It's just way, way, way too much on the computer. That fan would be kicking on non-stop. Good push on EBON though. Good push. Even off that $6, all the way up to $6.50, I could see it touching $7 possibly. And then even ACY, it's just hanging around. Slap a trend line on that bad boy. Wait till it crosses over that trend line. Quick scalping opportunity, but it is a risky play. I think Dekmar live streamed yesterday. I think he only made $1,000 live streaming. Still good. I honestly have not seen anybody live stream though and make $10,000 in a day. Remember, guys, always have a trading plan. Every trade. If you don't have a trading plan, you're just asking for a disaster. You should have a profit area, a stop loss. Looks like we got some guys posting in the Discord some profit. Good job, Irish. Johnny Navarro says, I tried getting on your live stream on your Discord. Is it locked? It's only for members only. Members are priority. Again, if you want to become a member, join the day trading masterclass. If you're a member, you get access to everything I do. I do not live stream and day trade every day. It's only every Friday or when I feel like it. But other than that, you have all kinds of perks. And then throughout the week, I'm always in chat calling out stocks I'm trading, what I'm watching, what I think. Or just sign up for the Discord chat room. There's 2 options for you. And this is the direction that I'm taking going into 2021. I did have Discord open for free for 2.5 years. But way too many people come and go in this game. And I just got tired of putting my heart and soul into people, and then they just up and quit or walk out, and then I think back and look like I just wasted all my time educating that person for them to quit or just leave. So if people want to take it seriously, they'll prove it by signing up. And ask any member in the chat. They love it. We all help each other out. We're a team. We're a unit. Every day we look out for each other. We push each other. Going into the end of the day, just keep eyes on BNGO. Have a protective stop in. Probably down below 270s, 250s. I would do 270s. I'd be tight. But from right now where it's at, the upward potential for it to squeeze back up to 3 and over 3, I mean, you're risking 8 cents currently right now to make 75 cents a dollar. TradeNet. Isn't that one bald guy? Yeah. That's that TradeNet is that bald what's his name? Mir Barak? That guy charges outrageous prices though, I think. What a day. EBON, $1,100. BTBT, $3,843. ACY, $6,343. PLTR, I cut my losses on that. Lost $1,100. You see how pretty much too I keep my losses small and I let my winners go. And this is why I'm not a fan of following my trades. Don't try following my personal trades because my risk tolerance may be more than what you could risk. $1,000 loss, that's really nothing to my portfolio. $1,000 to a small account that's like 5,000 or even 10,000, that's a 10% loss on your portfolio. $10,000 today, and then yesterday made $5,000. So it's $15,000 in 2 days right there. And then on the 28th, 11.5K. I mean, we make money out here. Going into 2021, we're looking to all kill it. 2021 is going to be a hot year. Everybody's getting their stimulus checks, their $600 stimulus check. Everybody's going to get it into the market and just trade it away. I can't preach enough, guys. Study, 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 study. It all pays off. It really does. I've been doing this for 5 years. I lost money for 2.5 years straight before I started making consistent profit. Imagine that. 2.5 years straight of losing. You didn't think I wanted to quit? Heck yeah, I did. I wanted to quit many times. But I stuck with it. I see a lot of people come into this too. They think they're just going to learn real quick, absorb all the information, and just get it. You got to get that screen time under your belt. For most people, for the average Joe, I would say it takes at least 1 year, a year and a half of being here every day, getting that screen time under your belt for things to start clicking. About a year to 2 years is when you should be able to grasp things and start to understand how the stock market works. And you can ask that question to any trader. How long do you think it typically takes for someone new with no education to get an understanding and a grasp of how the stock market works? Typically a year to 2 years. And also, the stock market and day trading, it's not for everybody. You know, some people try to learn and just never understand it or get it. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but if you don't have common sense, you know, if you know you're an airhead and you have ADD or, you know, you're going to have a harder time than most people. You can't teach common sense. We've been streaming now for 3 hours straight. 3 hours and 22 minutes. I think that's going to wrap it up, though, guys. I think I'm done. Made my cash for the day. Hopefully, you guys were able to trade profitably, end the year on a green note, and get prepared for 2021. It's going to be an amazing year. Thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate it, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to call it a day. Walk away and bring in the new year with the girl. Today is our 2-year anniversary.